Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is 8 o'clock over here on the East Coast. It's 5 o'clock, obviously, in Arizona. And this is an exciting week. I am already here in Florida because of the convention coming up. So this is our last testimonial Zoom before the convention. So we're all super excited that you guys are here. And I'm going to introduce Christy Chapman. All of you guys know our lovely leader here. But she is going to do our presentation tonight, and she's just been amazing. And so I get to hug her tomorrow for the first time in quite a while. So it'll be great to see all of you guys this week that are joining us. And thanks for those for joining us tonight. So Christy, take it away.
Yes, well, hey, thank you guys so much for coming. And this is something we're going to be doing 5 virtual Zooms, testimonial Zooms a month now, because our team is growing and we want to make sure to get the word out. So Renata, thank you so much for all that you do behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. You're patching everybody all over the country and up into Canada as you've been traveling this summer. So I look forward to spending time with you in Florida. It's going to be a lot of fun. I call it a family reunion. So this is an exciting week for LifeWave and for all of us as distributors and people that will be joining us in the very near future if you like what you see here tonight. But after this week, LifeWave will not look the same. We have lots of big announcements to announce. Our CEO is also the scientist. So he has a lot to announce for our 20th anniversary. Our company's been around for 20 years. And so looking forward to that. So stay tuned. And our next Zoom is going to be October 24th. I can't believe it's October already. October 24th. So you want to stay tuned for all the updates that we're going to have for you. But tonight we're going to focus on X39, and that is our flagship patch that we use. And that's where we start. We have lots of different products, but that's where we start as our stem cell activation patch. So before I get started, I want to share with you why I decided to join this company. It's been a little over 2 years now that I got the technology for my foot. I wasn't looking for anything new to do. I wasn't looking for a change, but I couldn't deny what this did for my foot. I hurt my foot. It was bruised and swollen for 2 weeks. I couldn't walk on it and couldn't go to the gym. And a friend of mine shared this with me because he used it for his shoulder and his back, and it worked for him in 24 hours. So I said, well, I'll put it on my foot. Let's see. It's just like this. It's kind of like a little Band-Aid. And so I put it directly on my pain. And within 2 hours, that's not going to happen for everybody, but within 2 hours, my foot felt better. And the next day I was going to the gym. So I was wondering, what the heck is this? What's in this patch? And then I learned more about it by hearing all the testimonies, seeing the science. I learned more about the CEO and the founder and inventor of this technology. And I learned that it was almost a 20-year-old company that nobody's heard about. And I don't know about you, but I know people that have pain and inflammation. I know people that have a hard time sleeping or need energy or want better workout results at the gym. I also know people that and we're not going to say we're curing anything, but they have illnesses that these patches can really help support healing in the body. And so, oh, and did I mention age reversal? That's always a good one. And it's not just the vanity, the hair, skin, and nails, but you know, when you get over 50, you'll take that. But it's what's going on the inside. It's age reversal on the inside. So I decided to start sharing. It was really happening organically because everybody I knew, you know, around me, I kept hearing about, oh, I've got to get shoulder surgery or knee surgery, or, you know, I don't sleep at night. You know, there's so many people that need this technology. And you might really realize that once you get off this Zoom tonight, that there's going to be people that you can really help as well. So just started building organically, and I was really happy and grateful for it. And then what happened 4 months later is, this is my son, and this is Andrew. Andrew was 18 at the time. He was in a horrible motorcycle accident. And when we got the phone call in Las Vegas, we live in Arizona, they told us to get there as soon as possible because they don't think our son's going to make it. So we got there, and they actually wouldn't let us see him for 24 hours because he was in the COVID ICU unit. But he had a traumatic brain injury. He had a brain bleed. He had several strokes. He was fully geared, but the helmet damaged his artery. He had a shattered knee, tore every tendon and ligament in his knee, shattered his wrist, 5 broken ribs, bruised liver, collapsed lungs. And then he had COVID, like I said, going in, and he also got MRSA and pneumonia. So any one of those 4 things could have taken Andrew out. And we're so grateful today that he is still with us and he's thriving. But what happened, he was in a coma for 2.5 weeks. When he woke up, the left side of his body wasn't working properly. His face was drooping and he couldn't move his left side because of the strokes. But slowly and surely, Andrew was improving. And we were able to patch him right away because the doctor knew about this technology 2 years prior to Andrew being in the hospital, because someone, which I know who it is now, and I'm forever grateful for her, but she had enough courage to share with this doctor 2 years prior. So you never know that ripple effect that can happen with one share. So we started patching him and we prayed a lot. And Andrew worked really hard. He had 10 surgeries and went through a lot of rehab. He also, when he started walking, he had neuropathy and drop foot. They told him that he'd probably have to wear a brace on his foot the rest of his life. They didn't know if he was going to have any brain damage, short or long-term brain damage, or even be a vegetable when he woke up. But Andrew's cognitive function is very, very good, both long-term and short-term memory. There is a period of time that he doesn't remember from the accident, of course, but other than that, he's doing great. And Andrew was able, at 4 months, he was living on his own, which the doctors did not think that was going to happen whatsoever. They said it might take a year or 2 for him to get back to his new normal. But 4 months, he was living on his own. At 6 months, and he got rid of his AFO, the brace on his foot. He didn't need it anymore. And then at 6 months, he was driving, he was working, he graduated from his extensive rehab that he did, never got addicted to pain medication, and he never went through depression. And my son, they didn't know if he'd be able to walk properly or use his wrist properly, but he can do both of them. As a matter of fact, it's going to be 2 years this year, and he wants to go snowboarding. And my son can run, he can jump on a trampoline, he can do squats, he can lift weights at the gym. So if you didn't know Andrew, you wouldn't even know he was in an accident less than 2 years ago. And I remember Andrew only sees one of his doctors now, and that's the family doctor. And the family doctor said, you know, I've been in this, I want to say industry, but in this field, I've been in medicine for a long time. And I have never seen anybody as bad as you survive, let alone come out and do as well as you. Do you think that it's your mom's patches? And my son said yes. And he's like, wow. Yes, I've never seen anything like it. And so needless to say, we're extremely grateful. And that's why I'm on a mission and have a definite purpose to share this with as many people as I can. So I appreciate your time here, whether you're a distributor or you're a guest. I appreciate your time being here and sharing this with your friends. So tonight we're going to talk about the products, the science, and a little bit about the opportunity. As far as the only thing I'm going to touch on that is that if you're the kind of person that likes to use products and then share them because you don't want to keep it a secret because you like the way you feel or you like the way your body's healing or the way your body's looking, if that's you, you might want to join us as a brand partner, and you'll be able to share this technology with people, and you might make some money to pay for your patches, or you might make a little bit more. And I want to say when Andrew, and that's what happened to me, I joined, and then it just started happening organically. And then 4 months later, by the time Andrew got in his accident, I was able to literally be so focused on him. And I ran my business because it started growing right from my mobile phone, right from Andrew's bedside or rehab for, 6-7 months last year. So I'm forever grateful for the opportunity as well, because I never had to worry about money. So that's all I'm going to say about the business side, but we definitely have something special here. So LifeWave is a brand and a technology. We're really going forward, coming out of convention, we're really going to be known as the technology company. Right now, we're kind of known as the patch company, but we have a lot of amazing things that are going to be happening in the near future. That's not going to be patches, but it is going to be on our mission of helping people live a long, healthy life. That's what David's mission is, our CEO and the scientist. So I believe our company is going to be a worldwide household name. It's not going to take very much longer. More and more people are starting to hear about it. I know when I started, very few people heard about it, but this product, the stem cell patch X39, came out in 2019. Now, I told you this is a 20-year-old company now, but this came out in 2019, and this is what's taking the world by storm, and especially in the United States, because we understand what stem cells can do. We're very familiar. The medical community has done a great job sharing what they can do, but a lot of times we know they're expensive, the insurance doesn't cover it, it may or may not work. And a lot of times it's somebody else's stem cells, right? And ooh, who wants that? So we definitely have a better way. So you're going to be hearing more and more about it. I know that our company has grown month after month after month, dramatically, like 30% growth every single month. So it's pretty exciting. And all that means is that we're helping more and more people heal. And pets, you guys, I can't forget the pets, because I'm helping, and so is our team, helping so many people heal pets as well. So we're helping so many people and pets have a better quality of life and age backwards. So this technology is innovative, it's unique, and it's using cutting edge technology that you're never going to see anywhere else. And he's going to go into some other areas, like I said, not just patches. So it's going to be pretty exciting. But stem cell patches and our other patches, we have 11 other patches total. But again, we focus on X39, but we're using phototherapy. And so if you don't know too much about phototherapy, just ask the person that invited you tonight to share their link with you, or a video that's called "What is Phototherapy?" And that will really explain how this technology is working. But I'll share it a little bit with you now. So we're using photobiomodulation. So what that really means is that we're using light and heat from our own body. So infrared light and heat, not from the sun or the lights, from our own body to activate the patches and create change. Okay. So light and heat from our own body to create change. That's what photobiomodulation is. And inside each patch are organic crystals that are engineered with a specific frequency that's going to activate your body's own healing intelligence. So each patch has little nanocrystals. You can't even see them. If you were to cut it open, you can't see it from the naked eye. But it's going to, the crystals are so intelligent, and it's going to tell the body what it needs to do. So for X39, it's going to activate these crystals in here. It's going to tell your body to create stem cells like we did when we're in our 20s. So that is pretty exciting. So LifeWave works a lot like acupuncture. So a lot of us are familiar with acupuncture. And I told you Andrew had 10 surgeries. If I were to tell him that we're going to put needles in you, son, to help you heal, he'd say, forget about it. But he'll put a patch on most days. I won't say he's totally consistent because he's my 20-year-old son, but most days he puts the patches on, and I have seen amazing improvement with Andrew just over time, and even his scars. So we're going to see some scars later on too. But we call it acupatching or acupatching to go, or acupuncture to go. And in each sleeve, this is a sleeve, this is a 30-day supply. So it's just a package of 30-day supply of X39. We call it a sleeve again. So you're going to see that word, but each one 30-day supply. And it comes with a brochure, and it will have on the back of the brochure exactly how you need to wear the patches. If you're going to use X39, which I recommend everybody start there, you can actually put it on the point of pain if you have pain in your body. So remember when I said I hurt my foot, I put it directly on the bottom of my foot and the pain went away. Now, I'm not going to tell you that everybody's pain is going to go away right away. It just happens for some people faster than others. And we kind of have this, this rule here, but it's actually proven by science. Okay. So when you wear X39, you're activating your stem cells in 24 hours. 70%, this is clinically proven, 70% will feel something in 30 days. So let's pray and hope that you're the 70%er. But if for some reason you're not, you're that 30%, which we have quite a few that are 30%, just give it time. We tell people be consistent, drink lots of water, maybe with some electrolytes in it, and give it time. So if you're using it for knee pain and you're one of those 30%ers that you're not really feeling anything right away in your knee, just pay attention to some other things that are going on in your body. Maybe your sleep is better, your focus, your stamina, your energy, brain fog, things like that you might start to notice, or even things that are just not related to your knee that will start improving faster than the knee. And just know the role of a stem cell is going to go wherever your body needs it most. So if your body needs it in your organs, it's going to go there first. It's very intelligent. So give it time, okay? Time, consistency, and hydrate. That moves energy throughout the body. So we are not FDA registered because we're not a food or a drug, but we are manufactured in an FDA facility, okay? Very important. We don't need to be registered because we're not a food or drug. However, we are registered as a Class 1 medical device, and all that means is it's just like a Band-Aid. So if you can wear a Band-Aid, you can wear our patches. For some reason, you're allergic to Band-Aids, you can actually put it on your clothes because it will go through clothes, dog's fur, a dog's collar, if you tape it on their collar, the hair. Sometimes people have migraines, they put it directly on their head. An allergic reaction, you can put it directly on the clothes, inside or out, and it will go through with that infrared light and heat, okay? Our clinical trials, we have over 100. This says 80, but we have over 100 third-party double-blind clinical trials. And we also have 138 patents now, and probably more to be announced this weekend. But that way we know, David wants us to know for sure that, as a brand partner with the company, that we know the technology is working because we have the proof that it's working. We have the clinical trials, and we got the record-breaking patent in the United States for this technology because it flat out works, and it works fast. And our manufacturing company is in Ireland so that we make sure that we have plenty and we'll never run out. It's a beautiful facility, and I hope to go visit someday. All right, so this is a fact. The less stem cell activity you have, the slower you heal and the faster you age, okay? This is why everybody, they don't know it, because I didn't know it till I was 51, but everybody needs to activate their own stem cells. And this is such an affordable way to do it, and such a simple way to do it. You just literally, it's a peel and stick. It's not a shake. It's not a pill. You peel it, you stick it, you put it on your skin for 12 hours, and you let the body heal. So again, the less stem cell activity you have, the slower you heal and the faster you age. So you never know when you're going to need those stem cells to heal your body. God forbid something happens, where you get an injury or something like that. Now, stem cells, what are they? So stem cells are a neutral cell. So every cell in our body, when we were born, they all started with a stem cell. And stem cells can become any kind of cell that the body needs. And the patches, again, will provide that signal. So when I told you about the knee, it's very intelligent. It knows where to go. So it's going to go where your body needs it most, and then it will come to the next point of wherever the body needs. Okay. And when you're 25, this is kind of sad, but when you're 25, you drastically reduce your stem cell production. And that's a pretty young age to start reducing your stem cell production. But then when you get into your 60s, you have about 10% of your own stem cell production happening. So that's why when we get older, it's hard for us to, maybe we don't have the focus, the brain fog comes in, the energy declines, our sleep declines. We don't get that restful, youthful sleep. What else happens when we get injured, whether it's a burn, a cut, or we need surgery? We have a hard time healing. And so we don't bounce back like we used to. And a lot of times I'll meet people and they'll say, I'll ask them, are they in pain? And a lot of people say to me, well, yeah, isn't everybody in pain? And I'm like, no, no, they're not. No, they're not. And it's so sad, but we have a better way. And, people also say, well, it sucks to get older. It's just because I'm getting older. Well, we have 90-year-olds using this product that are benefiting, and they are having such a great quality of life, like they're in their 60s and 70s again. So I just met with a couple earlier today that they went to their reunion and they were like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe how good you guys look. And people were taking pictures and videotaping, posting it on social media of them dancing on the dance floor. And if you would have seen them, especially the one gentleman, a little like over a year ago, he could hardly walk up the stairs. And now he's on the dance floor. It just gives my heart joy. So let's see, let's get back to stem cells here. So X39 is the world's first and only stem cell therapy. You're going to activate your stem cells for 12 hours. So you wear the patch for 12 hours during the day, preferably, so you can hydrate. And then you're going to let your body rest and regenerate or rejuvenate. Okay, so you're activating for 12 hours and then you're resting for 12 hours. And the copper peptide, so you're going to hear a lot about copper peptide in the future. And some of us that are brand partners might not even know this yet, but we have a day and night cream. And we also have a patch called Alavita, which helps with some amazing things like collagen, hyaluronic acid, and a lot of other things for age reversal on the skin and your telomeres, lengthening your telomeres. That means you're lengthening your life. But we just are announcing this weekend that we're getting an eye cream that has copper peptide in it. So we're very excited about that. I've never had an eye cream with copper peptide, so I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait. So, but this copper peptide that we're talking about in the stem cell patch is called GHKCU. And GHKCU, if you do nothing, Google it. Take a screenshot of this, Google it. It's the holy mother grail of age reversal. And you'll see a list of everything that it does. And the fact that that David is able to figure out a technology to activate our own GHKCU is truly nothing short but a miracle. I mean, it's really, really a big deal. And that's why we're growing so fast, because more and more people are learning about it. And what I love about it, it's affordable, it's ethical, and it requires no injections. Okay, so we're all happy about that. Affordable, meaning it is seriously less than a cup of coffee. I used to spend more when I went to Starbucks on a latte than I do on my stem cell patch every single morning. We call that transfer spending here. So here's a list of some things that can happen when you're using the patches. There's over 40 blanket benefits. And I have to tell you, I've experienced every single one of these. And so here we go. So inflammation and pain, this is probably our number one thing that we do to help people, because there's so many people in pain. I don't know. I think it's 3 out of 4 people are in pain. That's how much I think it is, especially in the United States, because of the inflammation that we have. So we can help with that. Wound healing, skin remodeling. I've seen incredible things happen with that, including on my son, on pets, burns on hands, incredible. And take pictures, because you can even see old scars fade. I have a 20-year-old scar that's gone. I wish I would have taken a picture. Energy and vitality at the cellular level. That's really important. It's not going to be that jittery kind of energy, but it's at the cellular level. That's also going to help with healing in the body. Restorative sleep, most important thing that you can give your body out of all the things. Eating right, exercise, sleep. Sleep is the most important. That's when your body heals. So you're going to get lots of REM sleep with this, vivid dreams. Talk to the person that invited you. If they've been on the patches for a while, it's like a movie every night. And you just wake up feeling refreshed. And that's why I don't need coffee anymore, because I just don't need it. And I wasn't finishing it when I went to go buy it. This is one of my favorite, because I am over 50, so sports performance. Who doesn't want results like they did when they're in their 20s, when you hit the gym, especially over 50? So you're going to have that faster recovery time. You're going to have stamina when you're at the gym, and you're going to get results much, much quicker. So I absolutely love that. Cognitive and brain function and brain fog, a lot of that happening. I'm not going to say we're curing Alzheimer's and dementia, but I've seen a lot of stories happen that are truly incredible. And the brain fog, even from long haulers COVID, is definitely happening here. I noticed for me, my nickname used to be called short term. My husband would call me short term. And I literally, like, if I forget something within seconds, I can remember it, that was not me before, honestly. You don't get the nickname short term for nothing. So vascular health and reduces blood pressure. We've even seen people come off of medications under doctor's approval, of course, for high blood pressure, cholesterol, and many, many other things. I was able to get off of my thyroid medicine and my hormone medicine, so I'm grateful for that. So I'm medicine free. I went to my naturopath last week and he said, wow, most people at your age have a list of pills that they're on, prescriptions that they're taking, and they have all those check marks, for like different things that are going on with them that are bad. I had none. And he's like, I never see this. And he's also patching with us, which I'm very grateful for. But he was really impressed. I'm like, wow, well, that's good, but that's really kind of sad. Like, I'm only 53. And, I feel like everybody should be healthy and have that fair shot. This is another thing I love. So my naturopath said that my organs are like a teenager, which I love that because I'm way far away from that. But this will provide age reversal for more than 4,000 of your gene expressions to a healthier state. So it's not just the hair, skin, and nails, which I have guys that are even excited about that, but it's about what's going on the inside. Because when you start seeing things like your scars going away and you're seeing signs of like wrinkles going away, age spots going away, scars going away, that means that all is well on the inside. So that's a happy day. Here's some pictures of some friends that, have had some surgeries and injuries. So shoulder surgery, 2 weeks, and you can barely see that scar. I had a friend at an event that had heart surgery and you could hardly even see her scar. And it was just 3 weeks ago. It was incredible. The doctors were so impressed. The middle one is a hand that they thought they were going to have to amputate, but the people, the parents of this gentleman, they're patch partners, and they said, hey, we're going to put patches on him, sew him up, and we're going to pray that he's going to heal. 63 days later, no pain medicine. He has full function in his hand and you can hardly even see a scar. That's absolutely incredible. I love this knee. So this gentleman is almost 80. Remember, the older we are, the longer it takes to heal. So this gentleman is almost 80 years old. He did have to have surgery. We prevented a lot of surgeries, but he did have to have surgery. And look at how fast, in 5 weeks, how fast he healed there. And had full mobility. That's my friend's husband. This young man, he has stem cells, right? He's under the age of 25. So he's got some stem cells going on, but his parents, he got in a snowboarding accident and he had an interview. So they said, let's put some patches on you. Let's see how quickly we can heal you. So 5 days, you can hardly see a little tiny scratch there, is it? I mean, beautiful. His skin looks amazing. And this gentleman, a little bit older, right? He's almost 80. So it's going to take a long time to heal, but he's patching. I think he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 patches on there. And look at the improvement in 7 weeks. He looks like his younger brother. The inflammation's gone. The scars are gone, or the wounds are gone. The bruises are gone. And a lot of the wrinkles are gone. And even look at his jawline, that inflammation there. It's so much better. He looks incredible. All right, this young lady, 4 months of X39. Look at her glowing. She looks beautiful. Those 111s on her forehead and just these lines here, overall just smooth, and on her neck, she looks gorgeous. And this young lady, again, she already has some stem cells because she's under 25. But 3 weeks, and look at how quickly her skin from acne scars have improved. That she looks absolutely gorgeous. So, this is my favorite. I love this. So we have a dog. He's almost a year old, and he's been patching ever since we got him. And so we tell people, patch yourself for 12 hours and take that patch, that stem cell patch off. And then I want you to put it on your pet for 12 hours. Okay. So what I do with Milo is I take it off, and in the morning, I tape it on the inside of his collar. So this is going to work through the collar and through tape and through fur. Okay. So 12 hours for you, 12 hours for your pet. Now, what's that going to do for them? It's going to help them with age reversal. And we all want our pets to live long, but it's also going to help them heal. So Milo, I knew he was going to get neutered because we weren't going to breed him. And so I've been patching him so that he would heal quickly during his neuter. And I'm not kidding. This dog, he's a husky mix, so he's a wild one. They're like, keep him down for 2 weeks. I said, oh, okay. Are you going to give me some tranquilizers? Because this dog is a wild one. And so he had surgery. They sent me home with a bunch of medication. And Milo, the next day, he was back to his normal self. He wanted to run around up and down the stairs and everything. And I had to literally either keep him in the crate or put him on a leash inside the house so that he wouldn't run around. Day 4, Cone was gone, medication gone, his scar was completely healed, and he's perfectly fine and back to his normal self. So it took him about 3 to 4 days for him to get back to his normal self instead of 2 weeks, which was incredible. And then as you're starting, now that you know about this, you're going to see lots of athletes, whether it's in a magazine or TV, that are wearing our patches because it's helping them with performance. And as a matter of fact, we have an energy enhancer patch, and that was used for the elite Navy SEALs, is why this whole story started 20-something years ago, before LifeWave. The elite Navy SEALs were using them to have energy without stimulants. Then the Olympics got a hold of them. They were all breaking their personal best records, like Michael Phelps. They got drug tested. Nothing enters in the bloodstream. That's why Andrew's doctor said, go ahead and patch them, because it's not going to interfere with any medication or enter the bloodstream. And so athletes are using this and they are performing better than they did before this technology. So I absolutely love that. And this is my time to stop screen share. And I'm going to ask some friends to share their story with us, because we didn't have any volunteers today. So I'm going to ask some of my friends to share with us organically. So first, I'm going to ask, well, Diane, do you have a patch story yet? I know you're just getting started and you're helping a lot of people. Thank you. And
well, actually, I do have a patch story. And, you know, like Debbie Steele said in one of her texts, she said when she was first introduced to this product, the first person she thought about was herself. And that's how I felt. I thought, man, I need this. I'm 77. I've been a fitness instructor and fitness trainer for over 30 years. Used to lifting heavy weights. I've competed a lot, at least 9 or 10 times through the years. But, you know, I can't control what's going on in my cells. I can control my muscles and everything. So I thought, okay, this is for me. So the first thing I noticed, my sleep has improved by now 100%. Unbelievable. Like, I use a CPAP machine and it said I slept 8 hours and 23 minutes and I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom. Right? And the joint pain, this was where I've used the X39. I have joint pain in two fingers in my hand. So my left one is probably an 8. It's down to nothing. There's no pain. My other one's gone from a 10 to maybe a 4. And actually, I'm getting faster recovery from my workouts. So those are my noticeable improvements so far.
absolutely. That is amazing. Now, how long have you been with us? Not that long. How long have you been patching?
Just under a month today. I met Debbie Steele about a month ago today. So thanks, Debbie.
That is wonderful. And you are definitely making a difference already. You've got a beautiful team. A lot of them are on tonight. And congratulations on manager.
Thank you.
That's so exciting. That is so exciting. That's a big milestone. I love it. I love it. So thanks for sharing. And you shared with a friend that's also had a pet story that is absolutely incredible, with being able to, you know, climb up the stairs now. I mean, that.
The dog, the 12-year-old yellow lab, had torn a major ligament in one of her back legs, equal to an ACL in a human, and could hardly walk up and down the stairs that needed to get to my friend's house. She lives in a floodplain in Washington, and could hardly get downstairs and upstairs to go potty and that kind of stuff. No more morning walks. Really in pain. She was giving her injections once a month and on anti-inflammatories. It was helping a little bit. And she patched her for 3 days. And you saw the video of her running up the stairs, wagging the tail, right?
Yes, absolutely incredible. I love that. And she was even thinking, gosh, am I going to have to give this dog away or move,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, house or give the dog away? That was her options.
To
Because
like,
it's a big dog. You can't just, you know, carry it up and down the stairs.
right. She was too heavy and for her to carry, but either that or put the poor dog down, because a 12
Yeah.
going to a different home would be very stressful, you know. So
Yeah.
my friend is very, very happy.
Ah, that's so exciting. I'm so happy. And that was the first person you shared with, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's exciting. I love it. Well, thank you again and congratulations and have fun on your trip.
I will. Thanks.
Yes. Hey, Debbie Steele, how are you? Will you share your story after you? There you go.
I am doing great. I'm so excited for Diane.
I know.
Made manager today, so excited. Yeah,
Thank you.
we had a networking group today, and it was the networking group we had last month that I met Diane for the first time. So it's just always amazes me how you meet people that you're supposed to meet.
Mm-hmm.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, my story, I've been patching for a year and a half. Got on the patches because I was suffering from restless leg. If you know what that is, it's a miserable sensation in your leg that you just need to move it all the time. So because of that, you can't lay on the couch for any long period of time. Driving in the car, flying is miserable because you're just always having to get up. So I saw Christy's post on Facebook about her son. So I thought maybe, you know, surely if it helped her son like it did, that it could help, maybe it could help my restless legs. So I tried them, reached out to Christy. After about 4 or 5 weeks, started feeling some relief, started feeling, I was able to sleep. So I'd gone a few nights without much sleep. So it was nice to sleep again. So my restless legs are about 80 to 85% relieved. I still have some triggers every now and then, but I will take it because I've been so miserable my whole life with them. So I love the patches for that. My energy is a lot better. I mentioned sleeping. Workouts, like Christy said, the workouts are better. Recovery is a lot better. I feel like I'm working out like I did 10 years ago, which is amazing. I had some back issues. The pain is pretty much gone for that, which makes working out a lot easier as well. With the age reversal, I love it because about, gosh, maybe 6 months now, looking in the mirror, putting on my makeup and realized my eyebrows are coming in dark. They were gray. I had to tint them. So I was so excited about that. And you will hear from some people, their hair is actually growing back. My hair is thicker. My hair's never been so thick before. My skin, the latest thing about my skin, which I'm really excited about, is they call it old skin. So, you know, you barely bump it and it turns into a bruise. And you know, you'll notice older people that have bruises all over their hands. And I've been doing that for a couple of years. And the doctor just says, yeah, you just have old skin. There's nothing you can do about it. So I just hated it. You know, I've got dogs and they will always scratch me. And then there goes another bruise. And it takes a good couple of weeks for it to go away. And I just noticed that I haven't had a bruise lately. So to make sure that I wasn't just dreaming this, I deliberately tried to scratch my arm and nothing came up. And so it's been probably a good month or so since I've had anything on my arm. So, and they just feel good. They're soft. I hardly even need to put lotion on anymore. And so that just proves, you know, the longer you wear them, you continue to see benefits. So I'm a patcher for life. That's my story.
Absolutely. You look like you're in your 40s, girlfriend.
Well, thank you. I just turned 63, so I feel pretty good.
Yeah, you look amazing. And I can't wait to see you in that fancy dress at the gala.
And Vincent, I can't wait.
I know. Okay, well, thank you so much. And Renata, do you want to share yours with us, please?
Happy. I'll be happy to.
Thank
So
you.
I met Christy November 4th of last year and started patching a week later. As she said, you start hearing testimony and all you do is you think of how it can help yourself, but you also think of all the other people you want to share it with. So I was having problems with my shoulder. And so my friend Carrie, I called her on Tuesday and she said, hey, let's go hiking. And she goes, I'm going to this meeting about stem cells. You want to come with me? I'm like, sure, what the heck? So the next day I went to Diane Brown, who's a mutual friend of all of ours, who's my massage therapist. And I said, you got to work on my shoulder. My shoulder's killing me. I can't sleep on it anymore. I'm having all these problems. I've had multiple surgeries on my shoulder. So she worked on it and she goes, hey, Renata, I want to invite you to this meeting about stem cells. I'm like, okay, God, I heard, I'm going to get there. So I did. Heard what you guys heard tonight, heard testimonies from other people. And I was like, what do I have to lose? I don't have great insurance and I wasn't looking forward to going to an orthopedic doctor again because as you guys know, I mean, just a single visit's hundreds and hundreds of dollars and I have a high deductible. So I'm like, I'm looking for all sorts of solutions. So I started patching. I would say within the first week and a half, the pain started receding. And then I started noticing sleep and I was like talking to my friend. I feel like I'm vibrating. I have so much energy, that cellular energy that other people have talked about. Seriously, incredible energy. I haven't really had a sleep problem, but I did notice I sleep better. And as you age, I just turned 58 last month, well, in August. And as you age, everybody notices, you get a little bit more brain fog, trying to remember those things, that type of thing. And I own a coaching business. And I was like, oh, how long am I going to be able to do this? Because people will tell me things and I'm like, holy cow, I think I forgot, and I'm like, so I was getting a little bit nervous about whether I wanted to keep coaching and that type of thing. So that has really helped. At about the 2.5 month mark is where all my pain was gone in my shoulder. I have full range. I can do handstands. I can weight lift. I can do all of that. So I haven't had a twinge, a tweak, anything in literally since like January, February of this year. But like Debbie and Christy said, you will still start seeing more and more things. I mean, like over time, just literally every month, I'm seeing something different that's happening, an improvement. I think that the craziest one for me is I had jaw surgery at 12 and they cut nerves in the side of my face and I had no feeling for most of the left side of my face for 2 years. And then the nerves started regenerating. When I had 2 jaw surgeries 20 years ago, they cut the nerves again. And so I'm feeling like you're almost off of Novocaine in a whole area, lower jaw. And about last month, I noticed like, wait a second, I'm getting most of my feeling back. And so all I have left is just like a little bit of my lower lip, but the nerve damage is regenerating, which is huge. I mean, like it's amazing. So I could literally list all these other crazy things, but what the most exciting thing for me is that I keep having changes. And so that's my encouragement to you guys. The longer you do it, the more you'll notice. And as everybody here who's been patching for a while could tell you all stories about their friends and their family, and my brother's hair is going from gray to dark, you will notice that too. And it's just incredibly powerful to be able to share with people. And then they have their own testimony and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is incredible technology. And as everybody said, you just want to share it with people. So as Debbie says, she's a patch enthusiast. I'm a patch advocate and I'll be patching for the rest of my life too. I'm not advocate, I'm a patch addict, I guess is the word I want to use. And I've got X49 on, I've got X39 and trying them all. So
I love that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much, you guys, for sharing on the fly. I appreciate that. Something that I notice about me, like, okay, you and Carrie with the handstands. I'm 53. I'm not trying to do a handstand, but so be careful. But my wrist, I wasn't able to do push-ups since I was like a teenager because I heard it in volleyball. And I noticed that my wrist is like, I can do push-ups and I have no pain and I don't have to hold it a certain way. I can do it flat. And then my gums are healthier, which is so cool. Like I just went to the dentist. I had no 4s and 5s, if you guys know what that means. I used to have to go get that treatment every 3 months because I'd have 4s and 5s because my gums were receding. That's gone. And my mom even said, because she's patching for arthritis, which is gone after 6 months. She's like, yeah, you know what? I don't have to go get that treatment on my gums either. I said, might be those patches that you're using.
Yeah, and saving money along the way.
Yes, transfer spending. And then my eyesight, it took me a while for the eyesight. I've had friends that are like in a month, have had to get new glasses. That doesn't happen to everybody. But for me, it was over a year to where like I kept putting off having to get glasses because I literally do everything on my cell phone. I run my business from my cell phone. And, you know, by the end of the day, my eyes would feel like somebody threw sand in them. They were just so tired. But I don't have that anymore. And I don't need glasses near side or far side. So, but that took over a year for me, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So let's
like, where else is there a product out there that can literally, well, like you said, it's age reversal, but like, holy cow, our bodies are getting younger. And we see the benefit, you know, like everybody sees something different, but we're all seeing benefit.
Yeah. I mean, in a sticker. A sticker. It's unbelievable. So let's tell you guys how you can get started. So the most popular way to get started is we have a silver enrollment pack. And what that's going to give you is a 90-day treatment. You can customize it with other patches if you want to, but I encourage a 90-day treatment of X39 so you can really get to know and see what those benefits are for you. If you need to add other supporting patches, you can, or give it more time by, ordering again after that, by all means do that. But 90-day treatment, it's $300 plus shipping and tax. It comes out to less than $4 a day. If upfront that is not in your budget, which I understand, we can get you started on a different package that is less. It's just a 1-month supply. And again, it's less than $4 a day. And eventually you're going to have transfer spending just like we do. Instead of paying for that, we're investing in our health. And I do want to point out, so I don't forget, this week I'm doing, actually Oz is doing a special promotion for us, which is our presidential director. When you join between Monday and Sunday of this week with a silver or above, so anybody that you bring on board, or if you're a guest here, join as a silver or above, and they will get their name in a drawing for a free X39. So that's $150 retail value. So that's a really nice gift that Oz is sharing with us. So make sure to get your name or your friend's name to me via text message. I need your name and phone number and your ID number. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And on Tuesday next week, we're doing a team Zoom training and recap of convention, but I'll be doing the drawing on that Zoom as well. Okay. So did anybody have any questions for us, Renata?
None that were in the chat. Would anybody like to unmute and ask any questions? Any questions?
Anything at all?
About X39, any other patches, anything? No questions.
All right.
Okay.
Quiet bunch. Well, I know we have a lot of new faces on here and I appreciate you guys. I'm so excited for you to get your own story and be able to patch it forward. It's going to be, you're going to find that this is going to be such a fun experience for you, because once you start using it and you start sharing it, you get those text messages. One of my friends has said, I got a text message and the lady's like, thank you for saving my life. I mean, these are the kind of text messages that we get. Thank you for saving my dog's life. It's just incredible. So I appreciate all your time. Yes, we need to do
that. Debbie Stevens was raising her hand. Debbie, do you still have a question?
Debbie.
Feel free to unmute if you still have the question. She had her hand raised.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. So sorry, I'm suffering here from a sinus infection that I'm trying to get over. So I missed the first part of the call. Are you guys going to make the recorded piece available so that we can go back and review the part that we missed?
Yes, absolutely. And are you in our testimonial group? This would be a good time to talk about that. We have a testimonial group called Living Healthy with Me, VIP. And if you're in that group, that's where you can locate that.
But I know Diane Cumberland, and so I'll just get whatever it is from her.
Absolutely.
I'm just a Diane Cumberland groupie, that's all.
Well, you know, I'm learning this about Diane, and I completely understand why. She's a good quality human being, and I'm so grateful. You know, we always say that this industry brings as strangers as friends, and friends become family. And I love what we're creating here. It's just a lot of fun. So thank you for being a Diane fan.
And if anybody here is a guest, meaning that they are new to the stem cell X39 and stuff, put your name and who invited you into the chat, please, for a drawing. If you're already a brand partner, it's basically for people who are new to X39.
Yes, and make sure that you invite people to the next one. So we do a lot. If you're in Phoenix or the Arizona Phoenix area, we do live events here, which we love to do. And then we'll also do like patch parties at your home if you want to. They're super fun. And then we do 5 Zooms a month. So the next one's going to be October 24th. If you are on our team, you're going to be invited to Team Freedom Community, and you can see all the flyers in there. And your sponsor will guide you.
Yeah, and under Team Freedom Community, you can look under featured, and it has all of the upcoming events there. Or like she said, just reach out to whoever sent you. And so we have one on the 24th, which is Tuesday. As Christy said, we have a team training next Tuesday, which is what date is that?
17th.
The 17th. And again, that's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard. That's a team training. And then a Zoom on the 28th, which is a Saturday, and then a Zoom on the 30th, which is a Monday night. So if you have friends, family anywhere around the country, in the world, they can join. And then we also do record them, so you can get a recording as well.
Absolutely. And we do this fun wheel, and bummer, we don't have anybody on the wheel tonight, but we will get the wheel next time. And yeah, and I give away 7 a week supply of X39 for whoever's the winner. They do need to be a guest, not already enrolled, and they'll get a 7-day supply. Yeah.
Oh, so Debbie Stevens is a guest.
Oh, Debbie.
She's their only guest.
Hi.
So is that correct, Diane? Yeah.
And Heather, are you a guest as well?
Yeah, I am. I'm not super familiar with Zoom. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
hang on.
Okay, so let's look at this wheel. This is going to be fun.
Let me put both the names in here real quick. No, we don't need a Jack.
Yeah, where's Jack? By the way, we need more gentlemen. We need more gentlemen on these Zooms.
And
I did honestly have some questions about patching, and I just started Monday.
Yeah, let's do it.
I had met Debbie from a health and benefit fair, and I have all kinds of people with all kinds of problems, just like everybody else for the most part. Specifically, like I have a son that got injured severely in a dirt biking accident where he completely shattered his ankle back in 2001, I think it was. And I gave him one of those patches, and he put it directly on his ankle yesterday. And so I was super curious as to how he was doing with it. And whenever he came over yesterday, because he lives in a house right next door to me, fortunately enough, I said, well, so how's your ankle doing? And he's like, Mom, he goes, it's killing me. It's been throbbing like crazy. He had to remove the patch, I think halfway throughout the day, because it was hurting him so badly. And my only thought was that it was bringing some, it was trying to heal that area. But he's got extreme ligament and tendon issues. But he had to completely take that patch off, and he was like, I'm never trying that again. Like it's quite excruciating pain for him. And he's already had 2 surgeries, two surgeries after the fact on it to repair some of the ligament and tendon damage. But it was just terrible. And then my husband said the same thing with his shoulder. He needs 2 rotator cuff repairs. And he was telling me yesterday, he's like, I had to remove that patch from my actual shoulder and put it on the back of my neck because he was having the same issue. Is like, I don't know if it's just that it's trying to heal itself or what, but I wanted to kind of find out if that's typical or is that atypical.
It's not typical, but it can happen. And so it's called a healing crisis. So it's sometimes things could get worse before it gets better, but I would definitely put it on a different location. So if you can get your son, and I totally understand sons, but if you can get your son to put it on in a different location, like maybe the back of the neck or below the belly button, and let his body do its thing, because it is going to work systemically throughout the whole body. Remember, my son had 3 surgeries on his knee, and he tore every tendon and ligament in his knee and shattered his kneecap. So, and now he has full function, and he rarely ever has any problem with his knee.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yes, I'm very, very grateful. Like, the doctors are just blown away. They can't even believe like how well he's healed. And they, like I said, they didn't know. So if you can get him to do that, I would have him do that. But your husband, same thing. Just don't put it directly on the pain. Maybe put it below the belly button and see how that works for him. But that's very rare I mean, I think I've heard of that just a couple of times in 2 years. So yeah, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen. So I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing and getting clarification.
Can I ask one more question?
Absolutely.
So I just recently had a friend that her husband was injured on the job, and he has a traumatic brain injury at this point. So I was telling her, I think that I thought she ought to give it a try for him, but she was concerned that the doctors would give her a hard time because he's in rehab facilities. Do you have any suggestions?
So is he is he in outpatient therapy?
He's inpatient. Like, he won't be coming home probably for a year.
Oh, wow. Yes, he needs to use it. Is he, where are you located?
In Phoenix.
Oh, is he at Barrows?
No, he's not. So he just got back from a facility in Colorado. They had transferred him from Phoenix to that facility because it's world-renowned place, but they could only take him for such I guess he was there for probably 4 weeks, a 4-week period. And then they transferred him back to Phoenix. He's very intelligent, so a lot of that's still coming through, and you would never know just talking to him unless you kind of get into a deep conversation with him that he's not like, he's not all there right now. But I was telling her I really thought that he could benefit from it, obviously, but she was very, very cautious about how to go about the treatment for him because of I guess lack of understanding on the doctor's behalf. So he's always going to be, at least for the next year, he should be in a rehab facility.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm very sorry to hear about that. But there definitely is hope. And so I mean, this is what I did. As soon as I heard about what happened to my son, I said, you know what, I have to. Were you the one that was a little bit late on the Zoom?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, so you don't know. So my son was in a horrible motorcycle accident, and we almost lost him. And he had a traumatic brain injury. He had several strokes. He was at Barrows in Phoenix. It's one of the best facilities out there. I bet you this gentleman is at that one. It's called St. Joe's. Mm-hmm. They have the best brain neuro facility there. And I just prayed, and I said, I hope that this doctor will let me patch Andrew. And she said yes, because she knew about it. So I would have them pray, and I would ask the doctor. She has nothing to lose. If she wants to do a 3-way call with me, I would be happy to, because I unfortunately have a lot of experience with that. And, but the doctor said, yes, go ahead. I know it's not going to interfere with anything, because she knew about it 2 years prior. She learned about the technology. Not every doctor is going to be that way. If the doctor was not that way, I would sneak it in is what I would do. And I would put the patch on him every single day. I mean, with my son, I was there every day. I would have brought my patches with me every day, and I would have put them on, on his backside, maybe where they wouldn't see it, is what I would do. That's probably not the best advice. Hopefully they'll just say yes. But, but yeah. And there's information that you can get for them. Who invited you again, Heather?
Debbie.
Okay. Oh, Debbie Steele?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Maybe, let's see. We need to get her some information that she can give to the doctor. Like a brochure or something. Cause like with Andrew's doctor, I couldn't even see the doctor because, you know, I could only be there a half hour a day because it was during COVID. So I didn't even see the doctor. I gave him a brochure. I gave the nurse a brochure, said, please give this to Andrew's doctor and ask if we can use this. And she
Okay.
said yes, but see if we can get a website or a brochure or something to the doctor so that they can see what it is and know that it's not going to hurt him. And my gosh, if she can, I would patch him like ASAP. That's
Okay.
how much I truly believe in this technology. X39 to start with. If you want to go with some extra because of brain health, I would do X49 and carnosine. That's very good for brain and organ health. Very good. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you a story about, so this isn't a traumatic brain injury, but it's a stroke story. This gentleman had a really bad stroke for 3.5 years. The only thing he changed was our stem cell patch, X39, X49. And he went from being bedridden, nonverbal, to communicating. He's learning how to eat. He can walk without his walker now, and he can go to the bathroom on his own. He can fill the dishwasher, and he went up the stairs for the first time in 3.5 years. The only thing he changed was X39, X49.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'm a true believer. Yes. And we'll be praying for, what's his name?
Steve.
Steve. Okay. Thank you. Let's stay in touch for sure.
Okay, thank you so much.
Any questions? Yeah.
See, Debbie, go ahead and unmute, and you have a question.
Yeah. So is there any materials that I could get from Diane that is, like, is there any downside or studies of anything that would cause any slight risk of anything to somebody? And part two, has it been studied or used on anybody that's older, that's starting to show signs of some form of dementia?
Yes. Okay. So first question, are there any side effects is kind of what you're asking, right? Like drugs, you know, they're like, take this drug and here's all the side effects. Okay. We don't have side effects, but you could have symptoms. So symptoms could be that you have more energy, or you don't have any energy. We need to hydrate, drink lots of water. Okay. Some people may get headaches. It's very rare. It's called a health crisis. Okay. So these are symptoms, but if you just really encourage you to keep patching and just patch through it, because on the other side, your body is healing. And that's what it's doing. And Diane can give you a list of some of the things that can happen during a healing crisis. Okay. So those are just like symptoms. They're not side effects per se, nothing harmful. Maybe just, discomfort, right? It's uncomfortable. The only people that should not be using X39, they can use other supporting patches, but X39, if they have an organ transplant, no X39. If they're pregnant or nursing, just ask the doctor, because we don't do any clinical trials for that. And if they're going through cancer treatment, whether it's chemo or radiation, it would be best to use a couple other supporting patches while they go through that, and then they can add X39 after treatment, because treatment kills cells. Why would we want to activate and kill at the same time? That's not going to work. As far as Alzheimer's and dementia, yes. I would definitely use X39, and maybe a supporting patch would be carnosine or X49 for that. But X39 is a place to start, and we've seen incredible results with that.
Okay, and then thank you. And then one other, you've now spurred on two quick questions. One is, I have a friend who has very advanced ovarian cancer. and is on some clinical trials. Has it ever been used for some, I heard what you just said about, regenerating cells if you're killing them off. She's not on chemo anymore, but has this ever been used for cancer patients in some circumstances?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And then I'll let her deal with, she's got a super renowned ovarian cancer that's world renowned. Secondly, does this help anybody who has been, I have an uncle who has a spinal injury for the past 27 years. He's a high functioning quadriplegic, without getting into all the details, but he also has a dependency on red wine, alcohol. Does this help in the slightest for people who are addicted to certain things? He uses that instead of pain medications for his long-term injury that he had.
Sure. I would definitely have him use X39. I have heard from people that have tried to quit drinking that have used our technology, and they don't have the urge to drink, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to say that this is going to be a patch that's going to help people go through, to get sober, but I would definitely try it. It's going to have so many benefits in addition to that. And it's not going to, even if he drinks on a regular basis, that's not going to really hinder the effects of X39. He just wants to really drink a lot of water and continue to hydrate.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, I would have him use it for sure. Honestly, everybody should be using this patch, I'm just saying, like, you're going to think of so many people, they just need to use this technology, because honestly, everybody needs to activate their own stem cells, because you never know. Like, Renata was just hiking with her friend that's been patching with us for 10 months that, introduced Renata. She twisted her ankle. Thank God she had stem cells in her, because the doctor was like, yeah, it was it was a tear in her ankle that she probably should have had surgery. So we all need to activate our stem cells, whether we know it or not. I mean, my kids are 20 and 22. They both are on the patches. Like,
okay. So it's not like a thing where there's controversy for people who are considering like hormone replacement after menopause and things like that. It's okay.
No, Debbie, there's no medication going into your system with the patches at all. So it can't have a reaction to anything that you're taking. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Yeah. Great questions. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have the other gal? Who was the two? Oh, questions.
It was Heather and Debbie. And so I put them both in in the wheel. Okay,
let's do it.
Okay. Let's see.
Look at this. 50-50. Who is it? Isn't this fun? This is our first time.
It looks like it's Heather.
Yay! Now watch. Woo! All
Awesome.
right, Heather, please make sure to, Debbie invited you, right? Yeah, so just make sure to get me the name, address, full name, address. I'll send that to you, preferably tonight, because I leave tomorrow early morning. So otherwise, you're going to have to wait till next week to get your patches. So if I can get that tonight, that would be great.
So do I give it to her to give to you?
Yeah, I just need, just text her your, she probably has your full name, but your address, please.
Yeah, I think she's already got all that, but I'll get with her. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. All right. Anything else I can support you guys with tonight? Thank you so much for your time. All right. Well, I can't wait to see you on the other side of convention. It's going to be so fun this week. Where our company is not going to be the same come next week. It's going to be very exciting. And all of you guys that are going to Florida, I can't wait to see you. See you guys. Thank you. Thank you,
Kathleen.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Have fun at the convention.
Thank you.
Yes.